Hey guys, it's me Jack. Today we're doing a bit of a different video. It's going to be about Arsenal and how they're doing this season and where I think they're going wrong and should improve. Now, if you look at the current team which should appear on your screen now, it's not really... the formation is a bit wrong for the players we've got. You look at Ozil playing out on the right, that's not his natural position, and you give Ozil a lot of crap, but I don't necessarily think he's that bad a player. I do have my criticisms of him, but the stats do show that he's actually been quite solid for us over the last couple of years. But I just think that playing over on the right hand side, he isn't utilised well enough. Same with Sanchez playing over on the left hand side, because although you could argue that is his natural position, that's where he normally plays, with the quality he is, and we've seen it in previous years as he's played striker for us, we want to push him further upfield, especially since we're probably going to lose him at the end of the season. So yeah, I'll put up the new formation that I've thought of now. If you look at it, it doesn't change much. It just puts Ozil more central, so he backs up the midfield a bit more, gives Xhaka and Ramsey an actual someone they can feed it to. I more want to be able to keep Xhaka and Ramsey back a bit. You want to hold them back, because otherwise our defence just gets left wide open. I'll get onto the defence in a minute, but it lets Ozil be in his natural position, which is the attacking midfielder, and he can then feed the balls onto Lacazette or Sanchez. There isn't just one of them up front, there's two of them. Puts double effort on whoever the defences were up against. Now yes, it means that our wide play may not be necessarily as good, but players like Sanchez and Lacazette work with their feet. You don't really need to cross the ball in. And with Kolasinac and Bellerin, they're both... Kolasinac is very strong. Maybe not so fast as Bellerin, but he's very strong, and so I feel like he can hold that left-hand side by himself. Maybe with Xhaka cutting in to help him a bit. Same with Bellerin over on the right-hand side, with Ramsey cutting in to help him. I feel like it utilises all the players where they should be playing, and it keeps us more central, which with Arsenal, that's our passing game allows, with more set players central. I don't know what I'm saying now. With more players central, it allows us to pass the ball around a lot more. So I think it will work better for us. Now, back onto Ozil. Again, now he's been linked recently with a move to Manchester United, which I think, personally, I think he'd be making a mistake doing that, because he's struggling at the moment. Wenger hasn't put him in for the last couple of games at Arsenal, and he's only competing here with players like Wilshere. I feel like if he tries to compete with players like Mata, Mkhitaryan, don't feel he'll actually get the game time he wants, but it's his decision, so I'll let him do whatever he wants. It would be a burden on Arsenal if we lost both Ozil and Sanchez on the cheap in January or for free at the end of the season. But actually, moving on to Sanchez, say we do go forward with this, say we end up going forward with the formation I've put forward here, the player you brought in would have to be a similar sort of player to Sanchez, a player that can play that striker, whether it be another natural striker like Edinson Cavani or Karim Benzema, or whether it be a player who, like Sanchez, plays on the wing and a striker, maybe Antoine Griezmann. Whether we could get him, don't know, but he would be, realistically, I think, one of the only replacements for Sanchez, and we'd have to spend a lot of money on him. We linked to Lamar. If we went forward with the current formation that Wenger's using at the moment, yes, Lamar maybe would do quite well on that left-hand side. But if we do keep Ozil, we can't keep playing on the right-hand side because it's not his position. He's not a right winger, and you can't limit him to that space because he assists. He is a attacking midfielder. That is his position. He shouldn't be playing on the right-hand side. But Lamar, I don't know whether he could adapt to that striker position. But then again, could be completely wrong. And if I am completely wrong, then that would be good for us. Now, actually moving on to the defence. I've put Monreal in there just because that's the one that Wenger currently uses, and I feel like even if he did ever switch to this, he'd still use Monreal. But I personally would think Rob Holding should take that position, especially since he's now he is slowly but surely he is improving. And for the player that came in from what was it Bolton he came from? Yeah, I just feel like he'd fit into that squad quite well, and he's more of a natural centre-back than Monreal is. Monreal is a left-back. Don't get me wrong, Monreal has actually, in the last few games, proved to be quite a good player. But if we do ever want to, I'm not saying win the league this year, but in the next few years, we should. That's the aim should be. We should be looking to win the league in the next couple of years. He doesn't seem to me like a title-winning centre-back. He fits there for now, but we definitely either need to give Rob Holding the chances he deserves, or bring in a new one. Yeah, that's really all I've got to say about it. You could argue that one of the positions we should improve on is our centre midfield, because Xhaka and Ramsey have been very questionable the last few games. They've had some moments of magic, but neither of them have been very sturdy. Same with Wilshere. He's never been as what's the phrase? He's never been as consistent as we would like him to be. So maybe that's a position we could think about improving on, especially since our defensive midfielders, we don't have many good options for them. Xhaka, in my opinion, isn't really a defensive midfielder. He adapts to it quite well, but he isn't a natural one. Then you've got Elneny and Coquelin, who are they're okay players. I'm not a fan of Coquelin, but Elneny I think is an okay player. But it's back to that. I don't think he's a title-winning defensive midfielder. Whereas if you look at the Chelsea last year, players like Matic, he was, and now he's gone to Man United, and they look like they could be challenging for the title this year. It's one of those positions where you may not think it is necessary, but it is actually quite an important position. So I think I'm actually going to end this video here. Let me know what you think, and whether you think I'm right or wrong. If you don't think this formation would work and you want to suggest a different one, maybe I'll discuss it later. Thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe. Bye.